Lionel Messi's face has changed. And now his wife has gone to war over it in the comments. Live, in public, for everyone to see. 7 procedures. That's what one doctor is saying he's had done. Rhinoplasty, chin filler, Botox, veneers, ear surgery, cheek filler, even eyelid surgery. 7 separate things on the face of the most famous athlete on the planet. I'm a cosmetic doctor, and I spend every day analyzing faces, hairlines, and cosmetic procedures. And this one, Lionel Messi's new face, is genuinely one of the juiciest cases I've seen come out of this World Cup. Here's what happened. An Argentine doctor named Antonela, who specializes in facial harmonization, posted an Instagram reel comparing old Messi photos from his Barcelona days to how he looks now at Inter Miami. She laid out her full list right there for everyone to see. Nose job, chin filler, Botox, veneers, autoplasty, cheek filler, blepharoplasty. 7 claims stacked one after another from a doctor with actual credentials, not some random account. And normally, a video like this floats around for a few days and dies quietly, except this time, Messi's wife saw it. Antonela Roccuzzo does not do this. She's private. She doesn't clap back online. She's watched her husband go through World Cup pressure, transfer sagas, injury scares, and she lets the noise be noise. But this time, she showed up in the comments herself under her verified account, and she did not hold back. Her exact words, translated, were basically, "You didn't get a single thing right." Then she said he's never had surgery ever, and that the teeth thing everyone's obsessed with is just Invisalign. That one comment got over 8,000 likes. It became bigger than the original video itself. Now here's where most people would stop the story. Wife says no surgery, case closed, right? Not so fast. Because here's the problem with those Instagram comparison reels everybody loves. Comparing a photo of someone in their early 20s to a photo of them at 38 is not clean evidence. Weight changes your face. Camera lenses distort your face. Lighting completely changes your bone structure on screen. And 15 years of just being a human being changes your face. A doctor pointing at 2 side-by-side photos and going, "Look how different," is not the same thing as an actual clinical exam. It's convincing on video. It is not proof. So let's actually break this down claim by claim, because some of these are way easier to check than others. Start with the teeth, since that's the one Antonela addressed directly. And honestly, this one's simple. Invisalign is real, it's common, and it absolutely can straighten and subtly reshape how a smile looks without a single surgical procedure. Athletes use it constantly because it's discreet and doesn't interrupt training or interviews. So if we're grading claim by claim, the veneers and dental prosthetics theory takes a real hit right here. Point to Antonela on this one, no debate. But don't get comfortable, because the fact that Antonela even responded is its own red flag for how big this actually got. This is a woman who's watched her husband get dragged through fitness scares, transfer rumors, retirement talk, and she has stayed quiet through all of it. So for her to personally type out a comment, tag herself, and directly challenge a licensed doctor's professional opinion, that tells you this rumor landed somewhere real. People don't break years of silence over nothing. So now I want to know what you think before I give you my full read on this. Comment below. Are you team Antonela, no surgery at all, or team doctor? You think there's something to this? Say it in the comments, because I'm about to bring in a second medical opinion that might change your vote completely. Here's where it gets interesting. Antonela was not the only medical voice weighing in on this. A separate outlet actually brought in another surgeon, Dr. Pincus, and had him independently review 20 years of Messi photos. Not a quick side-by-side reel, 20 years, properly examined. His conclusion? No obvious signs of major surgical intervention. And that's a direct quote from a real independent review. But here's the twist. He didn't say nothing was going on at all. He specifically pointed out that Messi's skin looks unusually smooth and clean for a professional athlete who spent his entire career outdoors under stadium lights in the sun for 2 decades straight. His theory wasn't secret surgery. It was meticulous skin care and maybe some very light, non-surgical maintenance, nothing close to 7 procedures. And that actually lines up with something bigger. In this same news cycle, the same surgeon looked at Cristiano Ronaldo too, since he's part of this same World Cup surgery speculation wave that's been building all tournament. And for Ronaldo, Dr. Pincus said the opposite. He said he does see signs of work, vanished crow's feet, fuller lips, changes that point toward regular Botox and lip filler. So this isn't a doctor who just says no surgery to be nice or to avoid controversy. When he sees signs, he says so publicly with a name attached, which makes his read on Messi actually carry real weight. If the same expert is willing to call out Ronaldo but clears Messi of major surgery, that's a legitimate data point, not just wife loyalty talking. So where does that leave us? Most of that original 7-item list does not hold up once you bring in an independent review. No confirmed rhinoplasty, no confirmed blepharoplasty, no confirmed otoplasty. The teeth are explained by Invisalign. What's left standing is really just good skin, good genetics, and maybe some subtle upkeep. That isn't surgery at all. But before you close the tab thinking this is fully wrapped up, there's a bigger question nobody's really asking. Should a doctor be publicly diagnosing a celebrity's face from Instagram photos without ever examining them in person without their consent and turning it into recurring content? Because here's the part that actually bothers me professionally. After Antonela clapped back, Narda Nonne didn't walk anything back. She said her analysis was made with, quote, absolute seriousness and respect, thanked Antonela for engaging, and then asked her followers which national team player she should analyze next. That's not a one-time video, that's a format, a recurring series built on speculating about real people's bodies without their permission. And that's where this stops being harmless fun and starts being a real ethics conversation, even inside the medical community itself. And the timing here makes it so much worse. This entire thing exploded right in the middle of a genuinely stressful stretch for Messi physically. Weeks before the tournament, he had to leave an Inter Miami match holding his hamstring, sparking real panic across Argentina. The club initially called it muscle fatigue, but Argentina's own coaching staff admitted they were watching closely, worried it could be something more serious. Messi went through further testing, there was talk of an MRI, and for days nobody knew for certain if their captain would even be fit for the tournament opener. He ended up returning in a warm-up match against Iceland and scored, which calmed things down. But that whole saga is exactly why this surgery story hit so hard. Messi's physical condition was already the biggest topic in Argentine football at that exact moment. So when a doctor drops a video suggesting his face has been surgically altered, it doesn't land as isolated gossip. It lands on top of a nation already anxious about whether their 38-year-old captain's body can hold up for one more World Cup run. That context is what turned this from a normal Instagram call-out into a full-blown viral moment with his own wife stepping in personally. So here's my actual final verdict. No hedging. Based on everything available, the independent 20-year photo review, the lack of any confirmed procedures, and Antonela's direct, specific denial, I do not believe Messi has had major cosmetic surgery. What I do believe is that he's taken care of his skin extremely well for someone who spent 2 decades in professional sport under constant sun exposure. And that, combined with normal aging patterns and possibly a very light maintenance routine, is enough to explain what people are seeing online. The 7 procedure claim, as fun as it is to click on, simply does not hold up to real scrutiny. Now, I want to hear from you. Comment which athlete or celebrity you want me to actually break down next, because clearly this format isn't going anywhere. And honestly, I'd rather give you the real medical read before some Instagram reel with zero context does it for you first. I'm here breaking down the real story behind the headlines, one face at a time. Subscribe, because Ronaldo's file is already open, and that one is a very different conversation.